What up? What up? Welcome into another NBA OG edition, and we're done with the in-season tournament, but there's still some good games for today, and I'm here to talk about it with my fellas per usual. So I'm gonna go around Dutch. How you feeling today? You got that ugly Broncos hat on, but hopefully
Yeah, man,
everything's
we
going well
busted
for
that
you.
ass up. We busted that ass. It's Bronco. It's Denver vibes, really, man. You know the Broncos handle business, but really, I was pretty happy the way the Nuggets handled business yesterday. Can't lie, I was feeling it. It was a good day yesterday, man. Last time we was on here, we got to stand on it. Might not have been the best. The Bucks lost to the Pacers, and the Pelicanos got beat by motherfucker 44. But let's talk about yesterday because we seen it very clearly. It was Pelicano spot. It was good money. We had the Knickerbockers, and we had the Bucks first half, which they didn't cover full game. So when that happens, you feel extra good about that. So yeah, fresh off a 4-0 day. Stayed away from the team total on the Sixers. That shit was good money, and the Magic were good money. So it was one of those days yesterday where anything I would have touched was just gold. But let's keep it going through the week. It's good to be back, vibing out with the fellas, all the real ones in the chat, and ready to this. I'm a little salty right now. I won't lie. I felt good waking up, felt real good, and then I honestly thought that KD was going to play today. He's been off for a fucking week. So I loaded up on the Suns -3, -120, and obviously, went to the gym. And the NBA did not want to be my friend. It just didn't turn out the way
No,
I
he's
thought.
out.
Obviously, he's out now, and the Lions moved 2 fucking points. So it is what it is. We'll talk about that game, but a little bit salty about these injuries, man. This injury report.
Yeah, you know how it goes, man. It's that time of year where you gotta make sure these guys care about the games because you get that. I mean, yesterday they said Chris Middleton was out, then he was in. Like it's getting annoying. But Bano, I'm coming to you.
That was
How have you
crazy.
been? How you doing today?
Yeah, it was a good profitable night last night. The show last time we were on, we talked the Thursday in-season tournament. That show went well. I mean, I was on the Lakers with Skee. I was on Giannis Antetokounmpo's prop over against Indiana, and that came through the best bet. So it was a good showing for me on the show on Thursday. So hopefully we've got a good showing tonight. But I've got to admit, I'm concerned. I don't really like this card very much, and it's kind of like it's like going to the buffet table and you're left with breadcrumbs and just some scraps left over. That's kind of what this card feels like to me. But we'll make the most of it. We'll make the best of it.
As we always do. Wham bam. See you got the hat on. How you feeling today?
Hey man, last show we definitely was cutting the fuck up. You said it, you highlighted it. I definitely got to come here and take it on the chin. I was cutting up too, man. I was big Zion Williamson edition this weekend, and I see what he was on Thursday. I see why them boys got smoked by the Lakers because in Vegas, what happens in Vegas, it stays in Vegas, brother. And it was actually I was out of pocket, and my boy Skee saved my life, so I say that. Shout out to my boy. But other than that, man, yeah, man, it was a cool weekend, bro. Yesterday we didn't do too much. We just chilled out. And we did get back on the lake. We got back on that Lakers on that Saturday. Got that under there. So shout out to that. So, but it is what it is. We back at it again today. Like Babano said, today's a weird card. It's a lot of weird narratives to talk about today. So it's a weird card today. But I got a few plays here we're gonna talk about with the chat. Let's get some money, man. Shout out to Dia. Shout out to everybody else. The Chillers, Lynette Wells up in here. Shout out to you, S. Warrior. Man, all love with y'all, man. Appreciate all the birthday love as well from everybody, man. That was all love. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's good seeing you. Always good to hang out with you. Glad you had a good birthday. And let's get to it. I didn't want to talk too much about it, but we got the first game up. We're gonna talk about it now. 563, 564. Lakers in Dallas. Open Lakers -1. They're now as high as a 4.5 point favorite. Total open 236, and it's down as low as 230. Injury report. I still don't think we have somebody in the chat as they said. Like I don't think we have a real injury report for this game yet. Looks like AD, LeBron, and Vando all still game time decision. Vincent will continue to be out for the Lakers, almost ready to return, but not just yet. Doncic, after playing 40 something minutes yesterday, he's been added to the injury report. He's questionable, along with Tim Hardaway Jr. Derek Jones, also game time decision. They'll be without Josh Green, Kyrie Irving, and Maxi Kleber. So I'm coming to Babano first because Babano was the only one not cutting up last time we talked about these Lakers. And you have Dallas on a back to back, and you have the Lakers. I know they just won that in season tournament, but they got 2 days to rest up. Do you think they still bring it here tonight?
The
And
Vegas flu,
try to
Vegas hangover here for the Lakers tonight. We'll have to wait and see on that. I personally want nothing to do with the side in this game. Absolutely nothing. I can't take the Lakers in this spot coming off winning the NBA Cup, the first ever, and that tournament, and the celebrating in Vegas that likely came after they won it. And I know they have had a couple days off, but I'm not laying points with them on the road in this spot. Just there's no way that's happening. But you got Dallas now on a back-to-back, and a Dallas team that who the hell is going to suit up tonight? We already know Kyrie Irving's out. Luka's questionable right now, game time decision for this game as well. And I don't think I could bet the Mavericks if they're going to miss both of those guys, especially Luke. Not so much Kyrie. Fuck him. To hell with him. Luka's the one that matters. Dallas Mavericks here. He's the one that is. They're in trouble probably if he doesn't go tonight against this Laker team. You're going to have to rely more on, Lively, and Seth Curry's going to have to step up, and you're going to need. And plus, keep in mind too, a guy that's really played well lately for the Mavericks. He's also questionable. Tim Hardaway Jr. has really stepped up offensively of late for them. So there's just too many questionables right now with Dallas. And even if they all play, I'm not sure I want to back them on a back-to-back. So for me, it's a clear pass with the side. And the props, really, it's contingent on Luka playing. If Luka plays, I like his points over because the guy's going to show up and he's going to have to carry the load with no Kyrie tonight. So I'm interested in Luka over points 31.5, but we don't know if the guy's going to play. So really not much to say more than that for me in this game.
Woo Reza says this is one of those games. Luka gets rolled out. Everyone hops on the Lakers and Mavs win.
Damn.
Yeah, there's some truth to that. I've seen that before.
We do see a lot of that going on. But I'm coming to you next, Wham Bam, because I see this comment right here, and it says Lakers got over the hangover yesterday. I mean, how long does it take to get over that night after you party? It doesn't take more than 2 days. Would you agree? Can you get with the Lakers today?
Except if you're me.
I was gonna say this though. So I mean, shout out to J Money, shout out to Skee. We did it up Saturday, bro. We did it up. Lakers won the in-season tournament, IST. We got to see a few of your favorite Lakers, some LA legends up in the club. You know what I'm saying? Now that was Saturday. I've recovered. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't doing too much, so I ain't gonna say they was doing way more than me for sure. But I'm just saying I've recovered, so I'm just gonna expect me without being in physical top peak condition. I'm like 19% body fat and shit. They like 6% body fat, bro. They recover like it ain't shit. So I don't think there's no 3-day hangover is crazy. Hashtag 3-day hangover is crazy, bro. Unless they was doing some real Fiki Bangkok type shit, hangover part 2 shit. I don't know. Ain't no way they should have trouble today. That being said, though, this injury report is sketchy. I think the late addition to Luka, obviously you said it's something to do with that back-to-back there, but the Lakers got a back-to-back coming up. They play tomorrow. So you're looking at this game as possibly, a way of resting one and maybe sitting the other type thing. I look at that saying that I want to take the Lakers. Now that we kind of break this down, it makes me want to take the Lakers. If either one of those two stars for each team, one or the other sits, you're going to say the Lakers got the better team regardless. So even if it's Luka plays and Kyrie sits, or if LeBron sits and AD plays, I think that is either going to be still the Lakers having a better team. The problem with me, though, is that kind of what that comment said, it just seemed like a trappy ass game, bro. It just seemed like one of those games that you don't necessarily have to have any action on. If I do see a live spot here, I'm probably thinking Lakers though. And I don't know though, bro. It's just something about this game. I'm just kind of sketchy, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Before the Luka shit, because I didn't know Luka was out when I was talking to you guys earlier. Now that Luka's out, I'm like, oh, it's a little tricky now.
But he's not for sure out. He's game time.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if he's out, I'm thinking now that if he's late ad, like that late ad shit, I take that more serious than him being prior on the injury report. Because the late ad is mean that they're saying that hell yeah, it's for sure might be a possibility of him being out rather than him being out. But we've seen some crazy shit with the Lakers. I mean, with the NBA, regardless of the injury reports yesterday, today, I wouldn't be surprised. But looking at this injury report, listen, Doncic, Grant Williams, Irving, Derrick Jones, Tim Hardaway, that's their team, bro. That's their whole damn team right there. You know what I mean? Even though it's LeBron and AD, I still think they still got enough out there. They still got enough over there with the Lakers, with D'Lo, with those other boys with Rui. As much as I seen Rui partying on Saturday, I think Rui coming in to play today. So I like the Lakers. I kind of agree with you. I didn't know Luka was that late ad, but that kind of threw me off of there per pre-cap. But I kind of like the Lakers now, but maybe only live though, bro. I think the 4.5 is crazy.
Oh, all right. Well, I try to, we'll see how it shakes out. But Dutch, I have a feeling is going to be feeling a little bit different about this game. Before I come to him, though, I got to shout out 2 comments that I like. JPZ says Pacers played yesterday. They ain't have no hangover. And then
They didn't win the motherfucking chip either, though. They weren't celebrating like it was motherfucking 2024 already.
The Pistons, my boy. They played the Pistons. This is not the Pistons, bro. For sure.
Hey, I'm just saying the Pacers.
There's one more before I kick it to you, Dutch, just because I like this comment. I know he's your boy. And I know you're gonna have something to say about this too. Having to play Vando and Cam after 44 minutes last night, I want to sit out too. Luka might have some trouble if he's out there, man. And the wings, how they gonna beat him, Dutch?
Oh my God, you fucking serious, bro? Like that's disrespectful to Luka the motherfucking dog. That is disrespectful right there. Yeah, this our boy BJ all over them Lakers money line. He's right with you, Skee. Sam I Am says it don't matter who's in first quarter Mavs. Man, I was gonna be right there with you, Sam. First quarter, first half. I was looking to fade the LA Lakers, but no Luka, no motherfucking bueno. I'm being real, man. Hey, this shit. Look at this lineup. Derrick Jones, Seth Curry, Derek Lively, Exum, and Luka Doncic. That was their starting lineup last night. All right. Now you take Luka out of that bitch, plus off of 44 minutes. I'm like, even the first quarter, first half was hard for me to really pull the trigger, but I was like, I'm gonna rock with it. And then boom, right as I was thinking it, the questionable news came in and saved my ass from pressing the button. But damn, it was hard to do it with that lineup with Luka there. Now you're talking questionable Luka. Yeah, fuck this game, man. It's LA or nothing, but I'm not gonna lie. Me and Wham Bam was in the same boat. Like I'm looking to fade the LA Lakers. They're in vacay mode right now. They really are. I don't give a fuck about this basketball game. Even off a back-to-back situation, I was really looking to fade the Lakers here. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens with Luka. But this card, man, we talked about it already. It's got me a little salty with the KD info. Like, Luka, I'm already kind of ready to just throw my hands in the air with this fucking thing, with this day, So we'll see. I got 3 units on the Suns, so they better fucking win. That's all I know.
Well, I'll tell you this about this game. I liked the Lakers up last night, and I didn't get in on it. And the line has moved quite a bit. I still think the line is fair, and I still think the money line is, if you want to say value or whatever, I think it should be higher. You look at, you can say it's different because they won an in-season tournament, but I'm gonna just say, 1 + 1 = 2. Rested road favorites. When I say rested, I mean 2+ days versus an opponent on a back-to-back. They win straight up 72.1% of the time. With the line right now, even at -180, that's saying they win about 64% of the time or 62%, somewhere around there. So there's still a wiggle room.
Lakers. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, Skee is back. Skee is back, bro. Oh, hey. Get the fuck out of here. You that confident later for
back to back Laker picks from Skee. Y'all better listen to this shit. I ain't gonna lie. He kind of got me convinced. I didn't even know Luka was out. I ain't gonna lie. So
I agree that -125 was a bargain last night for BJ. I was looking at it too.
It's a great price if you got it.
I need to wait, but it's still not high enough. Just because it's -180 don't mean you run away. It should be -260, -258 to be exact, is what it should be. So since it's not, I still think it's a good bet.
To be fair, I like the -180 without Luka better than -125 with Luka. To be real.
So if Luka's out, this line's still gonna move a little bit more, don't you think?
It's gonna be minus.
Yeah, but what's the difference? 180, 200, same goddamn.
It'll be -220 for sure.
You laying 200, homeboy.
If you play the hunch, Luka doesn't play. Bet it now. Is basically what you want to do.
-6.5.
I'm just talking from a math perspective. I didn't say nothing about on the court. I can talk about on the court too, but from a math perspective, I'm telling you it makes sense. So we'll see how it shakes out tonight.
Ronnie had 2 celebrations. He celebrated the in-season tournament, and then as Wham Bam said, pre-funk, he was in USC celebrating Bronny's first game, which wasn't like any other game after, God forbid what happened to him, my man. Good. He's back in health, looked good. play some solid minutes, look really good on the defensive end.
Good weekend for the James family, though. Good weekend for the James
They was
family.
having a whole family celebration all weekend
them.
long. So, we'll see. LBJ definitely going to be in the slow lane today. He got in cruise control tonight.
I do want to touch on one more thing too. Before I'm gonna put this on the screen too, but before I do that, I think Dallas team total under is worth a look at 113.5. Lakers are gonna win with their defense. They're the number one defensive rated team last 5 games, and they've been holding opponents in December to under 100 points per game. So I think the team total under for Dallas is also worth a look. And just so you guys can take a look with your own eyes and see what I'm saying, because Luis Martinez gotta come to this comment. He says anything over minus 145 is crazy. I'm trying to teach you something. Just because it's a high price doesn't mean it's the correct price. You look at this. Let me get back over here. You look at this. It says that this is all the way back to 1994. It wins 72.1% of the time, and I told you what the math is. So if it should be minus 260 and they're giving you minus 180, don't you think you should still take the minus 180? I mean, you can compare it to anything in life. If you think that food should be, whatever, that's what I'm telling you right now. You can't just put everything in one box and say if the price is too much, you're not betting it, because it should be higher. Next game up, we will go 565, 566, Cleveland and Boston. This game opened up Boston minus 10, and we see them now minus 11.5. Total open 224.5, and it's not moving. 224.5. Boston has nobody on their injury report. Cleveland has Karis LeVert game time, Mobley out, Jerome out, Rubio out. I'm gonna come right back to you here, Dutch, and it might be a game I feel like you actually might not want to touch, but I think it's a little bit of levels to this shit, especially without Mobley. I think you got to look at Boston in some way, shape, or form with Cleveland on the back-to-back. Don't you think?
Yes, sir. I do. I like, and I think your first quarter look is, you be bomb Boston a lot first quarter. Even in the back-to-back situation, I'm not mad at that. But every time I pull the trigger on the motherfucking first quarters, it's a little hesitant. That's why I was going to go first half with the Mavericks until the Luka news. But yeah, man, 5.5 looked real low to me. It's 6.5 now. So, some things good, some things bad when you bet the NBA. This one, you beat it by a point. It's 5.5 first half is good money. 6.5, I like it, but I don't like it as much as the 5.5. I'm just keeping it a buck. The full game. Honestly, I think the Celtics run these motherfuckers off the court. They played a tough game last night. The Cavaliers did in Orlando. We're up in that game. Had a great game by Garland. It was a competitive game, but then all of a sudden Orlando just flipped the switch, and and props to them. That was easy money. Orlando continues to cover basketball games and win basketball games. So shout out to the Magic crew. But yeah, man, it's Leprechaun, it's Bleed Green. It's Mr. Trifecta Nasty Nate style, in my opinion, tonight, to be quite honest with you. It's Leprechauns from start to finish here. They're getting healthy again with KP back, so it brings Al Horford back to the bench, which improves their bench a little bit. They're getting Pritchard. Their bench is light, but if Horford can be on the bench, it obviously is going to improve. They get good minutes from Pritchard. Hauser can knock down the threes. They're real top heavy, and I mean it's about as good as it gets when we talk about that starting five. But the bench is a little light. Probably will make a move here. But yeah, man, they're getting a tired basketball team, and Boston's well rested, so I would look for them to run them out the court. I'm not going to make it official at 6.5, but I do have the 5.5 first half Boston.
Yeah, with their first quarter, first half, full game, I think it's the right way to go. I didn't have it in my pocket just yet, but Babano, do any of those sound good to you, or could I interest you in an under? Cavs have went under 6 of the last 7.
No, I don't like Boston in this game tonight. I'm on Cleveland here a little bit, plus 12. I think the number's just too high in this game on the back-to-back. Boston's not winning by margin right now. Their last 12 games, they haven't won one game by more than 10 points. So this is all about the numbers. We bet numbers. We bet prices. Don't bet teams. And to me, this number is just a little too high right here. And I know Cleveland's on a back-to-back, but the back-to-back is mitigated because these teams have been cooling their heels all weekend. with the in-season tournament going on. So this is not really a true back-to-back where they've played 3 games in 4 nights and 4 games in 6 nights. No, Cleveland's got the weekend to rest. So even though it's a back-to-back, it's not as detrimental a back-to-back. Obviously, it's bothersome Mobley won't play. I was actually really hoping he would, because that would definitely help. But I think he can. Without him, it's going to be big for Jared Allen to play a good game. Mitchell's got to step it up. I like Mitchell points tonight in this game. Donovan Mitchell's got to have a big game. Garland carried the load offensively last night. I think it's got to be Mitchell tonight. On the Boston side, I'd probably look at Tatum and Derek White point props tonight. I could see both of them going well. But, there's a Cleveland team that's been battling in a lot of their games. Cleveland hasn't really been blown out for the better part of the last couple of weeks. Even in the losses, they've single-digit defeats. Boston has not won a game in their last dozen by more than 10 points, and that was the New York game. And then you look at the series history with the Cavs and the Celtics. Cleveland's 3-1 straight up in ATS the last 4 meetings since the start of last year. 3 overtime wins and a Boston home win by 4 against this team. So that's the only Boston win in the last 4 head-to-head meetings, beating them by 4 last year. So there's not really evidence the Celtics can beat this team by margin. They are the rested team. They are still the better team. We're betting numbers, not teams here. Too many points. 3 words for me, so I'm on Cleveland.
Real quick, Bavano, I want to just argue that over those last, 12 games you said? The lineup has been pretty inconsistent. They missed Porzingis for some time. They missed, I think, Drew Holiday out of the lineup for a game or so. Like, the lineup was pretty inconsistent. Everybody healthy here tonight. Doesn't bother you?
Hey, these guys are just playing with each other again, healthy, and you got the starting 5 that you want to go forward with moving forward, but you're doing this for the first time in a long time. So is that chemistry there? Is that cohesion there right away? It takes a game or 2, for everyone to figure it out, their respective roles with this team now that everyone's healthy. So you could look at it that way too, that, they got everybody healthy, but could be a couple games for that chemistry to roll. Meanwhile, you got a Cleveland team that, like I said, back-to-back, but you didn't play all weekend sitting around while you're waiting for the in-season tournament to wrap up. And again, we've got series history where Cleveland has given Boston one tough game after another here the last 4 head-to-heads. So, like I said, there's nothing on this card that I love, including this Cleveland play, but at the number of that, I got 12.5 with Cleveland. At that number, I said I have to bet the Cavs for a little bit.
All right, fair enough. Good point by you as well. Wham Bam, I think you can add in with a player prop here,
Yes, sir.
Let the people know how you feeling about this one.
So yeah, I kind of give a little pushback to the Cleveland pick, just because I just think alluding to what you said, I think the team getting fully constructed there, Avenger style. I think they're gonna play a lot bit better there. But I got my son right here acting crazy, so we're gonna go straight to the prop because it got a little bit to do with him. I don't let my son watch Caillou a lot, man, because he be crying. It's a kid's cartoon. It's a bald-headed kid. He cries all the time. He's whining. My son, he ain't with all
that kid hasn't become an old adult yet. I was watching that damn kid when I was a kid growing up 30 years ago. Caillou, that kid would bitch, he'd cry, he didn't get his way, and he'd throw a temper tantrum. That kid hasn't grown up in 30 years.
Gen Z. He pretty much what we tell him. He shaped Gen Z. So we seen the study, and all these whole ass motherfuckers out here. I don't want my son a part of none of that. But we will watch somebody that look like Caillou and Derek White. I mean, Derek White on the points, bro, over 13.5. It's been a steal lately. 6 straight wins. The motherfucker look just like Caillou. Sure, son. We could watch him tonight. We're going to go over 13.5 points with Derek White. I wanted to go threes with him because he's been going over the 1.5, but they juiced that shit up minus 200 or something. So I don't want to go to 2.5 threes, even though he's capable of doing so. Last game, he had 30 points with Porzingis back in the lineup. Got 6 threes last game. I'm just going to go to the 13.5, man. So I got my son. He cutting up, but we're going to watch Caillou tonight, son. Don't even worry about it. Over 13.5 points. We're going to get Caillou there today. 6 straight wins. Let's make it 7, bro.
Hey, the chat loving that Caillou reference for the night.
Hell of a breakdown.
All right, I got nothing else after that. Let's move on over to the next one. Next game is going to be 567, 568. We're looking at Denver heading into Chicago to take on the Bulls. Game opened up Nuggets -7. -7.5 is the consensus right now. Total open 216. Consensus is 220. For the injury report here, I don't feel like I saw these guys earlier, but I see them now. Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray, both game time decision, but Gordon is likely to play. For the Bulls, Williams game time decision, Torrey Craig game time decision, both likely to play. Caruso a true game time, and Levine out. So my initial thought was, I mean, both of these teams are on a back to back, but I know that the coach for the Bulls said that he wants them to start playing with some pace, which they have. And I know that the Nuggets are an efficient, offensive team, especially when they have all their pieces. But now seeing guys on the injury report, it gives me some hesitation. I wanted to get in and get out with the first half over. I don't think I can do it anymore. I'm gonna come to you, Babano. What are you gonna do with this total? Are you touching it from a total perspective?
Yeah, I like over in this game. It's probably my favorite total, honestly, on the board tonight. You're right. Chicago is picking up the pace. You see their possession numbers have gone up in recent games. Their offense is certainly not having any issues scoring right now. We just saw them score 129 and 121 back to back against Milwaukee and San Antonio on the road here. Going into this matchup. So I think you're going to see points here. This Denver team, coming off a 129-122 victory against Atlanta, back-to-back for both teams coming into this game tonight, and both had to travel. Denver from ATL to Chicago, Chicago from Milwaukee back to Chicago. So I actually lean Bulls too. I mean, I don't love the side as much as the total here in this game, but with this Chicago team, they've covered 5 straight. And I think what we've seen from this group is the change in pace has helped them, to be quite honest with you. I honestly don't think they've missed, quite honestly, Zach LaVine all that much. It's almost like there's more fluidity right now with this basketball team on the floor without him, with what we've seen here the last 5. So, I don't think it's a coincidence here. 5-0 ATS, 4-1 straight up, 5 games without LaVine. It frees up DeRozan a little bit more. It's allowed Kobe White, who I am riding once again with his point prop tonight in this game for the Chicago Bulls. He just continues to step up and play at a very high level, shooting the ball as well as I've seen him shoot it here for the Chicago Bulls since he's been here. He's been obviously racking up the points. Extreme confidence with the Jimmy right now for this Chicago Bulls team, running the point very effectively. You see what he's done: 33, 24, 19, 31, 23 in the last 5 games. So basically he's gone over 19.5 points in 4 of the last 5 games here for the Chicago Bulls. So I'll have a little Chicago Bulls here, plus 7.5. Definitely like this over. I agree with it moving up to 220. And I'm also on the Kobe White prop over 19.5 points once again.
Nice.
And I got to come to Wham because I feel like Wham Bam is going to touch Kobe White in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's PRA at 28.5. Which way are you looking at it, Wham?
I like that PRA too, but I took the 19.5 points, and I did. I was going to take that first half over. Both teams 7 and 10 over the last 10 first half overs. And I like everything that you were saying. This is not that much of a high total either in the first half, like 112. I like that first half over. I think that everything that you guys touched on, especially the Kobe White. I like Kobe White the most. That's the only play that I did play here, but I like that first half over too. So I think what you guys were saying is it just pushes me. This is the reason why I love doing the show. It pushes me there. But shout out to Moonoff, man. Moonoff is definitely the person that put me on this. I gotta give my boy rest. Boofer, man, he crazy. I ain't even gonna read his comment. I ain't gonna pay him no attention because he'll throw me all the way off. But yeah, Kobe White over 19.5 points, bro. It's just only right, like you said. Babano 4 out of the last 5 games. He's just been very consistent, shaping his. I mean, you seeing him play like this, yeah, we could move on from Zach LaVine, and I think he's going to continue to do so. As long as Zach LaVine is out, he should be able to get over this point total. So 19.5 points, I'm on it, man. So give me that too, bro.
One thing I forgot to mention and why I like the Bulls a little bit too, Denver on the road, money burners for their backers this year. I mean, they've lost to teams like Houston, Orlando, Sacramento on the road. They've lost some road games where it's like you scratch your head. How did you lose that? You're the defending champs. And it's because you're going to see nights where they turn it on and turn it off after a hard-fought win against Atlanta, playing another East team, a lesser East team. I could see them turning it off a little bit tonight. So, and 6 and 10 straight up 6-8 straight up, 4-10 against the spread on the road this year, the Denver Nuggets. So it's not exactly what I'm looking for here as a 7.5-point road favorite. 6-8 straight up, 4-10 ATS road team this year so far for Denver.
Dutch. The Bulls have
Yeah.
been playing pretty good, like Babano said, ever since they let go of Levine. Do you think they keep it going here today, or you think the Nuggets just a little bit too much?
I mean, yeah, I don't have no faith in the Chicago Bulls, man. I really don't. I don't know. Murray probably don't go tonight, though. You know, he did tweak his ankle yesterday, came back. I mean, but once the Nuggets flipped the switch, it was 17. It was 17, 20-point lead. Going in the fourth, though, 17 against Atlanta. It's the same damn thing with Chicago, in my opinion. You know, at any time they really want to, they could put these boys away. So I like looking into this, and you guys talking about this game so damn fucking long. I was looking at the team total over 113 for the Denver Nuggets. It looks pretty appealing. You know, it does. They dropped 123 on them earlier this year in Denver. And then obviously I think they match up pretty well with them. But I would like to have Murray out there. I don't think he's really going to run. So I'm going to stay off this game. But if I had to bet anything, it'd be team total over Denver Nuggets.
All right, good stuff. We don't got to touch every single game. We can keep it moving on to the next one. We have 2 left for today. 569, 570. The Golden State Warriors heading into Phoenix to take on the Suns. Opened up Suns -3. Durant gets ruled out, right? I think it drops down to -1. Total open 232.5, and it's down as low as 231. For the injury report here, only see Gary Payton II out for the Warriors. Suns will be without KD, like I mentioned, Grayson Allen, Damian Lee, and Nasir Little. So I'm coming back to you here, Dutch, because I'm really curious to see which way you're going to go here. I have a feel. Well, I think I already know, actually. But I have a feeling you might like the home team a little bit more than the road team. And I disagree. So tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, fuck. Now I can't really talk that shit because I bet this game thinking KD was going to be in there. I'm not going to lie. You know, they're level to this shit. KD and Booker, I'm taking the Suns. You know, Bradley Beal, nice addition. You know, nice addition. But KD and Book is too damn much for the Warriors. It makes NBA life so much easier with Kevin Durant on the court for Devin Booker, for any player. But a player like Devin Booker's level, I mean, you see the numbers he puts up with KD is too easy. And with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry and Chris Paul trying to get the fuck out of here, man. Them guys ain't doing shit to Devin Booker. Probably won't do shit tonight either with Bradley Beal. So am I thinking it's an L? Absolutely not. Am I as confident as I was when I placed the 3-unit bet this morning? No, I still, but I do believe they can win this basketball game because the Warriors aren't that good, especially on the defensive end. And you got 2 elite players. We'll see how Bradley Beal is. I don't expect too much, but when right, he's damn near the modern day Ray Allen. When right, you know, he can score, man. He's that fucking smooth. So we'll see. Excited to see Devin Booker and Bradley Beal play together. Was just super excited to see them play with KD, and they made it sound like it was going to happen. God damn it! But it's the NBA. And fuckery, and man, it has to show up 3-4 times a week. God damn it! But yeah, man, I like the Suns here. They beat them twice already. I just think the Warriors aren't that good, to be quite honest with you. And Phoenix, you know, losing a couple basketball games here of late, having the break. I thought they'd come out at the crib and put it on the Warriors here. Still could, but obviously no KD. That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm coming to you here, Wham Bam. I mean, no KD is a problem. And I mean, since Bill, has Bill even played with Booker yet? I mean, it's going to take some time for these guys to get used to each other. That's how I feel. And Phoenix hasn't even been playing good basketball lately. They've only won, 4 of their last 5 games. They've covered none of their last 5 games. Warriors, they have been covering 4 of their last 5, and they're 6-2 as a road dog. They've been a lot better on the road this year than last year. And the 2 games that they faced Phoenix this season, they didn't have Draymond. Draymond's been playing good basketball. They have him tonight. So I think the Warriors are the right side. Wham Bam, can you help us break this tie, or are you looking at some props?
So I mean, last year we would have never thought to take the Warriors when they outside the house. And then they're going up against the Suns team. We know they slowed the damn pace down all the way. Maybe with Katie out, maybe they increase the pace. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, and I think that favors the play style for the Warriors. We already know they've been predicated this whole dynasty, this whole era of basketball is based off of what they like to do as far as increasing the pace there. Um, this game, I only want to focus on one guy only, the guy that we talk shit about. We call him Clank, but today I think his name is Clay. I think Justin is on the right side. I think Saturated really got the right side with the points, rebounds, and assists with Clay. But I think Clay gets the dub tonight, man. I think he turns into Klay Thompson of old again here. We need him to show up when we need him. And this is a game where I think he does show up here. Along with, I kind of want to bet Bradley Beal's assist. I was talking to you guys prior to the show. Every time I think about the Suns team, I think about all the articles that can they do this team without a point guard, without a starting point guard. There is hope that it was going to be Bradley Beal along with Devin Booker. Obviously, Devin Booker has held his part of the deal. He's been leading the team in assists at 8, but now he has somebody that's going to distribute the ball. They're having Bradley Beal's prop totals at 4.5 at plus money. I can see him get 3 assists in the first quarter. I've been saying that shit. I just think he's gonna fucking get this 3.5. I think he's gonna go over the 4.5 assists. I'm very close to playing that. I'm either gonna play it in the shadows. I told the bro this. I'm gonna either play it in the shadows or I'm gonna post it out there and I'm gonna let y'all know. At least I'm letting y'all know I'm gonna be eyeing his assists within these next few days, within these next few games. And I think today he may be able to sneak behind it there. It might not be 4.5 plus money next game. So I think this is a good time to jump on it. But nothing there, man. Munaf, yeah, I'm reporting to the stage, bro. I already said I was out there partying with Zion. Boofer already mentioned it. I was partying with Zion in Vegas. I was cutting up. We got right back to the Lakers. And I think Skee talked me in the Lakers today. But I think that's the only thing I'm going to lock in today was the first 2 plays. This one right here, bro, I'm a little skeptical, but Bradley Beal assists. Oh, man, it's really screaming at me right now. I'm not going to lie. It's really screaming at me, and I think he's going to be distributing the ball, especially with KD out.
My bad there. I had some issues with my computer here I was trying to fix, but I'm coming to you here, Babano, and my bad. Let the people know how you feel about Golden State and Phoenix. I'm sorry I was a little bit off there.
Yeah, this one, nothing for me was with the side. I was interested in Phoenix as a home favorite, and now without KD, and wondering if, as Skee said, is that chemistry right away going to develop with Beal and Booker? We don't know that. I want to see it play out. There are some props that I like in this game, though, even though I don't have a side in it. Yusuf Nurkic, double-double, points and rebounds. I think, a decent matchup for him down in the post against Looney. Devin Booker, here's an interesting one for him. I would lean over the points with him, but something that's worth noting about Booker here, and of course now with KD, I think his impact is going to be even more important. Devin Booker has a double-double right now in 2 of the last 3 games for the Suns, and his double-double is plus 300 tonight. I think that's worth a shot. I think that's worth a couple of bucks there on that bet, on that prop. Devin Booker double-double tonight for the Phoenix Suns. You can get that around, like I said, plus 300 at a couple of places. So it's a really, really good longer shot, if you will, for him to get a double-double here in this game. I don't mind the look for Klay Thompson, as you alluded to earlier. That's about it. Devin Booker over points, some Nurkic props, double-double and points and rebounds. And like I said, I think Booker at double-double at plus 300 here is worth it for a guy that's gotten it in 2 of the last 3.
Munaf looking specifically at his rebounds. So a lot of agreement in this game. A lot of different props being shared in the chat as well. I think we did a good job taking this game apart. And Dutch, we'll see how it shakes out at the end of the night. Let's move over to the last game for today, and that will be 571, 572. Kings at the LA Clippers. Opened up Clippers -5, down to -3, from 3.5. There's 2 right now. Total open 233, and it's up to 236. So Dutch, this is your favorite team. I'm coming to you. Both teams on a back-to-back here. I feel like the Clippers game was a little bit harder than the Kings game, though. Kings 4-0 as a road dog, Can they take care of business here versus Clips tonight?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy Justin. That he needed to be smoking what I'm smoking. Yeah, man. You definitely need to be smoking this first class funk. It is definitely official. But in regards to the Ray Allen comment, the Bradley Bill. I mean, Bradley Bill's been beat the fuck up the last couple of years. But when right, coming out of Florida, I've always been fond of his game. He reminds me somewhat of Ray Allen. Maybe I'm not saying he Ray Allen, but his game.
Oh no, don't go back on it now. Don't go back on it now.
I'm not going back. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying it. I'm saying what I'm saying, man. But yeah. But hopefully Bradley Bill look like Ray Allen tonight. God damn it, because I need him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little scared about this bet now without KD out there. And I know. Skee like the Warriors. God damn it. But yeah, man. This game. I want to fire away with the Kings here. But I really don't have action on it. I'm just gonna stay off. Two tough games last night. As you mentioned, the Clippers just find a way to make it tough a little bit. I thought the Brooklyn game was going to be a competitive game, to be quite honest with you, against Sacramento. Sacramento made kind of light work out of them, and then the Clippers found a way to make it tough against a team that they definitely didn't need to make it tough against. So I would lean Kings with the points. But the Clippers are playing better basketball. I do like the fact that Russ off the bench. I think they're if they could get the production out of the starters that they need, I think their bench is going to go ahead and improve with the signing of Theis as well. He's giving them some minutes. I still think they need to get PJ Tucker involved in that rotation. I think the Clippers will be all right, to be quite honest with you. But this here is a game where I'm just not really looking to bet either team in a back-to-back situation. I can make a case honestly for each team, but I would definitely lean with the dog. And De'Aaron Fox points. I mean, you can't be mad at that because whoever's guarding him, even PG, I mean, he's just too quick for him, going to the hole. And if James Harden's on him, this motherfucker might drop a 50 piece.
I can't argue off of Fox points. The chat also agreeing they're looking towards the King side here, Bobano. Do you think they're overlooking the Clippers a little bit here, or would you also be on the dog?
I actually lean Clippers here, but I didn't want to lay where the number was initially. I didn't want to take it at -5, but now -3. I haven't bet it yet. Maybe it drops further, but I'm more interested in the Clippers now as that number comes down a little bit. I like the over more than anything here. I agree with the number going up. Sacramento's been an over machine here lately. They've got that offense ramped up into high gear. They've gone over now 6 of their last 7 games have gone over the total. They're scoring in bunches again. Defense has been kind of spotty, hit or miss. Meanwhile, you look at the Clippers, 132 points, good offensive effort against Portland, not the greatest defensive effort. You get these two teams head to head against each other. Last 3 meetings since February last season, just a ton of points, including a 128-127 game, 131-117 in the game earlier this year, back in November. So I think you're going to see definitely both offenses have the better of it in this game. I agree with the total going up in this game tonight. Lean Clippers, although I like the total more. And I do like some props. I agree with the De'Aaron Fox look completely. There's no reason not to trust it. De'Aaron Fox is playing well. He's scoring a lot. He has dominated the Clippers. This guy has gotten into the 30s 4 of the last 5 head-to-head meetings over the last 2 seasons against the LA Clippers. So he's played extremely well every single time here against this LA team. So I like De'Aaron Fox over points tonight. I like Kawhi over points as well here for the Clippers. I think for him, this is also a team he's done significant damage against in the past. Kawhi's played in some of his best offensive games the last season or two have come against the Sacramento Kings. Hard to explain why, matchup-wise. It's just an advantage for him, but he has absolutely put in big points. He had a 40-point game against the Sacramento Kings, actually, last year as well. So I think it's a Kawhi Leonard night offensively for the Clippers. So it's really what I like here. Lean Clippers, like the over, over points for Kawhi for the Clippers, De'Aaron Fox for Sacramento.
Kawhi will have to do a lot for them to get the job done tonight. Wham Bam, do you think he can do it? Or would you be rolling with the dog?
Hey, man, he talking about it, bro. 34, 44, 20, 32, 27 over his last 5 games against the Kings, man. He's definitely been doing it against them. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely been doing it against them. Yeah, man. I like the Clippers today too, bro. I like the Clippers today. I don't and honestly, now that you talk about both of these teams, they're both favorites as far as the Lakers and the Clippers. If you like both Lakers and Clippers, just parlay them bitches up together and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? I think that's probably how I'm going to end up taking the approach there. If I end up betting this Clippers team, I think the Clippers are like you said, Dutch. They're doing a lot better. I don't like that my boy Russ got pushed to the side and his career is probably like on a decline because he ain't no more better than like James Harden. He ain't that much worse. I mean, James Harden hit a couple more threes, but I mean his defense, all this energy and all that other shit. I actually like this Clipper team though. Believe it or not. And I think it's a bad matchup for Sacramento, bro. I think this is a bad matchup for Sacramento. And adding to what you said about Kawhi, he should do whatever he want. I do not expect fucking James Harden to be guarding De'Aaron Fox. If we see that shit, barbecue chicken, I do not expect to. I better see Paul George or somebody that's young with livelihood to be playing him. I better not see that because if that's the case, it's over with, bro. Bring Russ off the bench and put him on there. Don't have him on there. Don't do that.
Hey man, take man contra, man, or
Right. Don't do it, bro.
That's his barbecue chicken too, bro.
I would see better than that, bro. He's better than that. He at least going to show you effort. That's
He's
why.
better than Harden, but he ain't got shit.
That's why I'm just saying effort wise. Yeah, it's gonna be probably Terrence, man. Shout out to Rube Wizard. Hey, definitely just keep to the 6'7" kid out there. Just throw it to him. But no, bro. I'm gonna stick away from this game off of pre-betting just as far as show purposes only. But I think behind the shadows, I will be on the Clippers later on tonight because I think everything's gonna work out for Kobe Wright. And the boy Caillou is going to get us the money today. So I think we will have some Clipper money later on. But it's only probably going to be a parlay, though. I think the Lakers Clipper parlay today, that's probably where I'll go with it.
All right. That is the Tuesday NBA card. Per usual, we do a slight look ahead to tomorrow. It doesn't have to be too much. But coming to you, Babano, you always do a great job of, opening it up and breaking it down. Wednesday, we have I think this is 8 or 9 games. Any of them catch your eye?
Yeah, I mean, right now, Detroit's not doing anything defensively, so maybe a Sixers team total over against the Pistons tomorrow night with Philly and Detroit. Maybe I get involved there with that. New Orleans and Washington. I mean, just this Washington team, you either take the opponent team total over, the full game over, or you lay the points with the opponent. And New Orleans is showing signs, and they beat a pretty solid Minnesota team last night. Maybe bet on coming out of the in-season tournament here. We'll see. But Pelicans, we're still waiting for them to put their best basketball together. If they play well in that game, they should do whatever they want against Washington. But I'd probably prefer a team total over than the -7 with the Pelicans in that game against Washington. Washington's just not defending anybody. Charlotte and Miami, Charlotte, been competitive a little bit more lately. It's been interesting to see that. Don't know if I can lay that many with Miami in that game. Atlanta, Toronto, I can't lay points with the Raptors right now. They're in a bad way. They're slumping. But Atlanta on the road doesn't feel like I want to trust them either. So 2 disappointing teams right now, Hawks and Raptors. Probably a stay away there. Memphis and Houston. I mean, the Rockets at home are just money. I mean, straight up in ATS. It's hard to go against that bunch at home right now, the Rockets. So I'd have to lean Houston there on that number. We have no line Lakers and Spurs. Indiana, Milwaukee. We saw them in the in-season tournament head-to-head, and now they're head-to-head in the regular season. 258.5. The total in that game, almost 260, one of the biggest totals in the NBA this season. We'll see how it goes. I just have that weird feeling that, I believe this is going to be Indiana's second game after the NC they played last night. But, Milwaukee kind of got humbled by Indiana in the semifinals. And they kind of were pissed off. Giannis sounded pissed off. Lillard said very disappointing. We got to learn how to play better. But it kind of feels like a Milwaukee spot there against Indiana on tomorrow night. But I don't know if I'll lay the 6, but just feels like might be a good spot for Milwaukee. Short turnaround, revenge. I can only look over, but man, 258, that's getting pretty high. Knicks and Jazz. Probably have to lean Knicks. I mean, do I always love laying points on the road with the Knicks? No, but I mean, Utah's a tough team to back right now, so probably have to lean New York there. We have no line for Brooklyn, Phoenix. So there you go. There's my look ahead for Wednesday.
All right, I'm gonna come to you next here, Dutch. We got a good amount of games. That was a good job by Babano breaking it down. Anything catch your eye?
Yeah, Wizzo was right though, man. You're right, man. This car fucking sucks. It really does today. That shot me and Wham Bam rolling. And yeah, let Lynette know, man. Yeah, I'm good, man. I stay high, young lady. But yeah, but yesterday, tomorrow, you want to talk about tomorrow? We talk about Milwaukee. Our boy Bobano said it, man. Looking at it, I didn't even really just look until right now. If you're the motherfucking deer, you know, you lose a good bet, you gotta bet it again. And that's what I'm gonna do with the Milwaukee Bucks tomorrow, motherfucker. Believe it, it's dang time. They got stuff for your boy. You got stuff for your boy, Wham Bam. You got stuff for your boy. All right, Giannis, it's a spot. It's a spot. Shout out to your boy Holly. I like what he has to say. He's pro team. Says all the right things. He's one hell of a gentleman, one hell of a basketball player. But come Wednesday night, shit, it's Milwaukee Bucks, baby. Giannis, Greek Freak, Bobby Portis, punk somebody. Goddamn it, dang time. Do what you do. Coming off a bummy ass game yesterday. Malik Beasley gets hot. Yeah, man. 5.5, 6 points, whatever it is. It's good money, man.
Sounds like a good look there, good spot. Would you agree, Wham Bam? How you feeling about tomorrow's card?
Man, I think they saying that the Lakers figure Holly out, man, for everybody. He got the film work on Holly now, how to stop him, bro. That's what y'all saying? Because Detroit Pistons definitely wasn't gonna do it. So we might as well just circle in and just take that -11 with the Sixers because they suck ass. They gonna get smacked tomorrow. That's for sure. And then I'm right there with you guys though. I'm right there with you guys with that. It's gonna be some revenge there. I'm thinking under though, bro. Again, it was under last game. I'm thinking under again. Maybe this total too fucking high, bro. Like, you know, maybe if they do stop them, they stop Holly. That's the only way they're gonna be able to beat the team. They gotta stop Holly. So there. And then as far as Memphis, I think I want to go with Memphis there. I'm not sure what's going on with that number though. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a great game last game, so I kind of want to dub back with Memphis. I think they're gonna continue to play better quickly. As Ja Morant coming back, the more they start to look more like a contender. And then I think Zion just got questionable 50 minutes ago, so we gotta see what's up with that. But I agree with you as well with Pelicans. Wizards, they suck too. So, you know, it is what it is there. And I think that's the only thing I really would have circled in. I lost money with Miles Bridges points yesterday, so I'm not fucking with that again. Miles Bridges with the Hornets, I'm not touching that again. But man, I don't know. And I think a lot of that had to do with Rozier's game yesterday. He went crazy yesterday, so maybe Rozier's a good player prop tomorrow. But I'm gonna I'm gonna have to look a little bit deeper into the props tomorrow. But for sure, the only thing that sticks out to me that's off top is the 76ers, man. Fade the Detroit Pistons, man. If it's not broke, don't fix it, man. Just keep fading now.
Well, for myself, I won't talk about every single game, but what stands out to me, what I'm going to look at first, Miami just barely beat Charlotte. Now they go home and it's all the way up to 8. They just won by 2. You know, I might be looking towards Charlotte to get a little bit of quick get back in that game, or try to find reasons to at least. Indiana and Milwaukee. I mean, I know what time it is in that game, man. It's Dame time. He said, "Hallie, you had your fun, but you're gonna get humbled real soon." That's pretty much what he said in the interview. So
yeah, we're gonna see y'all again.
I'm gonna expect him to live up to what he was saying there. And Brooklyn, Phoenix, I want to get there with Brooklyn, but we don't even have a line yet. Those are the first 3 that stand out to me. So good stuff on the look ahead from everybody.
And shout out to Munaf. He said, Mikal Bridges, why did you trade me play of the day tomorrow against the Suns? I love that look, bro. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, that's a good look, and that's part of that helps me out trying to get there with the Nets when they open up that line. So good stuff by everybody there. Now it's that time of the show where we go around the horn and see what is the best way to get paid. So per usual, I'm coming to you first, Wham Bam, and I have a feeling it's a prop bet tonight, similar to a cartoon character, right?
Yes, sir. So I got my son right here. And it's only right we talk about what he can and what he can't do. What he can't do is watch the animated show Caillou. But what he can do, he could bet on Caillou. So we're going to take the over 13.5 points on the boy that got bald head fever, Derek White, over 13.5 points for the Boston Celtics. Caillou going over 13.5 today, man. Let's get it.
I knew that one was going to be the best bet from Wham Bam. Good stuff. Coming to you, Babano. I like to try to guess everybody's, but I don't know what Babano's rolling with today. I can't even pick one. Let him know how to get paid.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I actually considered going with a player prop again today for this game, but I decided not to. I'm going to go to that Nuggets Bulls game. We're going to go over the total. And actually, you know what? Good news here. We've got a little bit of under money coming in now, which I actually like because you can get a better number now with this Bulls and Nuggets spot. Let me see if it's Jamal Murray confirmation that maybe he's out. No, he's still questionable. I don't think it's that. But either way, whether he's in or out, I like this over. I think it gets there. Chicago's playing a little quicker. Offense has been good. I don't expect either team defensively to have a great night playing on a back-to-back here. So I like this game over the total. We'll go Nuggets and Bulls over 218.5 for best bet.
All right, good stuff there, Babano. For myself, it's tough because I want to give you one play, but the line has moved. So what I'll do is I'll give you two. How about that? And I personally took the Warriors +3, but I will still take them +1. I think they can win this game outright. And other than that, I mean, I told you the Lakers are a good bet for a reason today on the money line. So you can choose which one you would like to roll with, if not both. And those are my best bets for today. And like we always do, we saved our guy Dutch for last. Dutch, let the people know what you like best today and help take us home.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real, man. My line, the 5.5 on the Celtics first half is good money. I don't know about the 6.5, and I surely will not say Suns without KD is the best motherfucking bet. So what I will do is I'm gonna plug my show for tomorrow, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. about 7:15 Eastern time, 4 p.m. out here on the fresh side. I'll be live with my guy Dabby Cab, all about the hoops. That's right, all about the hoops. A live betting show where we break down college basketball and the NBA for about 2.5 hours. We're gonna vibe the fuck out. We'll have our guy Trout, motherfucking Wham, in the building. Our guy LJ from H-Town in the building. We're gonna break it down like a pound. Believe it. But until then, y'all be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. We'll stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.